If you're looking for an air purifier, you probably came across the brand Levoit, and that's because they're one of the most popular air purifier brands out there. And this is going to be the 200S. So in this video, I'm going to do a quick unboxing, quick setup, and give my first impressions of this. So the first thing out of the box is going to go ahead and be the user manual. We have the booklet, and there's also going to be this one sheet of paper that's going to be a quick start guide and also shows up what app to go ahead and download. And on the right side, we're going to have this small box, and this is going to contain the power adapter. And finally, the air purifier itself. Now, as far as weight goes, the Vital 200S is only going to be 13.2 pounds, so it's going to be fairly lightweight. It's also going to be 19.8 inches in height, 15.6 inches in depth, and 8.25 inches in width. And so now taking a look at the bottom, there's not going to be much except the feet, which are going to be rubberized just to prevent it from sliding in place when you have it on the floor. And there's also going to be some screw covers if you ever want to go ahead and take it apart, which I won't be doing. Now taking a look at the back side, there's only going to be one thing in the center, and that's going to be this label. It just goes over a little bit more of the specifications of the Levoit Vital 200S. It's a smart true HEPA air purifier, and here we can see the model number, the power supply, the rated power, and a bunch of other stuff. Now taking a look on the left side, there's going to be nothing here. The only thing we're going to see is this space in between the cover and the filter itself. And now taking a look at the other end, we're going to have one thing, which is going to be this dust cover. So to open it up, we just have to put our thumb here and pull out, and then here the inlet and outlet can go ahead and be cleaned every 2 months. And then right here shows a little bit more information. Clean dust sensor. Use a moistened cotton swab to clean air inlet, outlet, and sensor lens. Repeat with a dry swab to finish. Clean the dust sensor every 2 months to maintain efficiency. And now taking a look at the front side, we're gonna have the logo Levoit and a bunch of different holes, and this is so the air can be filtered in and purified. And this part in the front is actually gonna be the cover, so here our hands can actually go through it, and you can kind of see my fingers through the holes. Same thing on the other side. And to actually remove this, it's fairly simple. All you have to do is just with both hands, just pull outwards, and it comes right off, and I can pull it downwards. And then here you can see there's going to be these 2 clips that it's really easy. You just pull it right off, and there it is. That's the cover. And now comes time for the 3 layers of filtration. And here we can go ahead and see in this image, the first one in the front is going to be the pre-filter. And this also is going to be washable, which is good. And so to go ahead and take this off, 2 fingers on the tabs, pushed inwards, and then this can be pulled right out. And there it is. And this is basically going to go ahead and stop large debris, dust. And once it's time to clean, again, this can be washed and also vacuumed on each of these individual 9 squares to make sure that it's going to be as efficient as possible. And now what we're seeing are going to be the remaining 2 filters. So to take this off, the baggie can just be pulled out, just like so. And what we're seeing right now is going to be the front, and this is going to be the H13 True HEPA filter. Now this is going to trap at least 99.97% of airborne particles, 0.3 microns in size. It's going to filter out smart particles like fine dust, smoke particles, and allergens like pollen, and in my case, a lot of pet dander for my cat. And the second portion of the filter is going to be on the back, which it's going to be attached to. And here we could see a little bit more instructions about the 3rd layer, and this is going to be the activated carbon filter. And this high efficiency activated carbon filter is going to physically absorb smoke, odors, and fumes. It's going to filter out compounds like formaldehyde, benzene, ammonia, hydrogen sulfide, and volatile organic compounds. And in the center, we can see the fan itself. So now the filter can be installed back in here. And now the pre-filter screen can be put back in place and pushed in. And then same thing with the cover, starting from the bottom until you hear a click up top. Before I go over how to use the VSync app for the air purifier, I want to go over the buttons up top real quick. So for starters, these are going to be capacitive touch, and the one in the center is going to turn everything on. And depending on what color light it is, it's going to indicate what the air quality is. So blue means very good, green means good, orange means moderate, and red means bad. So right now, as we can see, it's currently very good, which is very good. Now on the left side, this is going to put this in auto mode. So depending on what the air quality currently is at, it'll change the fan speed. So in my case, since it's blue, since it's very good, the fan speed is going to be set to sleep mode. If it were green, the fan speed would be low. If it were orange, medium, red, high. But if you want to go ahead and manually put that, we can just press this button here. So that puts us at low speed, indicated by the 1 light. And pressing it again will put us in medium, and then high, and then finally turbo. And as you could hear, it's pretty loud. So it's sucking a lot of air in, and it's pushing a lot of air out too. But I'll go ahead and go back to low, and after a few seconds, it'll go ahead and adjust again to low. Now in the center here, this is going to be sleep mode. So after 6 seconds, all the lights are going to go ahead and shut off over here, as you see right now. And of course, pressing anything will go ahead and activate the light again. And there. But I'll just leave it for the fan speed low for now. Now on the right side, we're going to have a timer for 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, and then we can go back. And then here, there's going to be 2 more buttons. For starters, on the right side, this is going to turn off and on the lights. So if I want the lights off, I could press it. Everything goes off. I press it again. Lights go on. And then finally is going to be the lock button. So to activate this, it just has to be held for 3 seconds. And there, we can see it's blue, which means lock mode is on. So nothing can be changed. If I try to change the fan speed, it blinks. If I try to turn it off, it blinks. If I try to, change the timer, it blinks. If I try to change the light, it blinks. Nothing will work. And the only way for this to work is to shut off the lock mode by holding this for another 3 seconds. And then the blue light will go ahead and disappear, and then I can turn it off. Now, a cool thing about this is that it has memory function. So if I had this in fan speed 2, so in the medium fan speed, and I turn it off, whenever I go ahead and turn it back on, it's going to save the previous setting, and it'll put me in the same fan speed. Now comes time setup for the app. So I already had VSync since I use it for my Texity Smart Scale. But if you don't have the app, go ahead and download it. And I can press the plus button, click to enable Bluetooth. So I'll go ahead and actually turn Bluetooth on. And now here I can search for what I'm looking for. So air quality. And then right here for purifier, we have the Levoit Vital 200S right here. I click on it and then start setup. So it tells me to add device, press and hold the power button for 5 seconds. So I'll go ahead and do that here. Until it starts blinking. So right here we can see that it's currently blinking. And there, now it took me to the next step, which is currently connecting to the device. So let me just see what happens. All right, there. Now it's done, and now I have to join my Wi-Fi network. So I can click here, then put my password, and then click connect. And now it's connecting to the network. And here we can see it's blinking on and off constantly. And there, now it's done. So now this can be set up in a certain room for organization. So in this case, I'll just leave it for living room, and then I'll click next. Icon name, so I'll give it Air Purifier. Click done, and then save. So third-party apps can be connected, so this can be controlled with Alexa, which unfortunately I don't have Alexa right now, so I'll go ahead and just exit that out. And here I can go ahead and control it. So here on off, so if I press on, we could see it automatically turns on, and it lets me know what the air quality is, which is very good. So that's very good. And now what I want to do is change this to another room to see how the air quality is. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm in my bedroom and the air quality is still very good here. And if we want to go ahead and control the fan speed instead of pressing the button, we of course can go ahead and use the app. So here I could set it up to fan speed number 2, 3, or turbo. And as you're seeing there, it's being adjusted on the purifier itself. Oh, and a cool thing is the animation also changes. So as I go quicker, this will go ahead and speed up. So here we can see when I put it to 3, it speeds up a lot. When I go to 1, it slows down a lot. And then up top, we can see a little bit more information. Pollen, low, medium. And now the only way to put this in pet mode is going to be with the app. And then right here, we could see pet mode is all the way to the right. So when I press it, it's just pet mode. I'll go ahead and leave it back to 1 since right now the fan's running really loud. Now, taking a look at the bottom, there's going to be 2 other buttons. For starters, there's going to be schedule, and we can go ahead and add a schedule whenever we want this to go ahead and turn on or turn off. And so right here, I could set the time. So if I want it for, let me put it for 1 p.m. 1 p.m. I want this to repeat. I can do it weekly, and I can adjust. Okay, that's cool. I can set the days. I can just have it do it once. In this case, I'll just do it for like weekdays, Monday through Friday. I'll have it turn on the device. And then what mode do I want to put it at? So I'll put it at, I can either put it auto, manual, sleep, or pet. I'll go ahead and put it for pet mode. Okay, that's cool. I can decide if I want the display on or off. So if I turn it off, yeah, that should go ahead and turn off once it's set. And I can click OK, and that's done. And I can also add another schedule. So if I want to turn it off after an hour, 2 p.m. weekly, again, Monday through Friday, turn the device off, and then set OK. And there, so now Monday through Fridays at 1 p.m. it'll turn off, and after an hour we'll go ahead and turn it off. And I'll go back. And one thing to note about the icon for schedule is that it's currently blue, just to indicate that we do have a schedule currently on. Now going to the right side, there's going to be a timer. Up to 23 hours and 59 minutes, the timer can be set. And if I press it for 1 hour, I could either turn off the device or on, or in this case, the device will turn off. And if I want, I can press stop, or I can go back to hit OK. And then when I go, oh, this time it's 30 minutes since I didn't adjust it. But now when I go back here, we can see that icon is also currently blue, letting us know that there's a timer set. And that's cool. The small detail is it lets us know how long the timer is, which is 30 minutes. And now this can also be scrolled upwards and it'll reveal a lot more information. So for starters, we can turn off or on the display. And right now, as you see, it's blue, it's currently on, and I can switch it off, switch it back on. And it's pretty instantaneous too. Now, as far as light detection goes, it says that the display will automatically turn off in low light and the air purifier will operate more quietly in auto mode. So let me turn off the lights in this room and see if it's true, and these lights turn off too. Yep, after a few seconds, it went ahead and turned off as you see, so let me turn the lights back on. And the lights turn on over here as well too. Now scrolling down, we have display lock. You can only control the air purifier through VSync when display lock is on. So again, same thing I said before, to turn it on, we can just go ahead and hold this button. And I can go ahead and unlock it manually as well too, so after 3 seconds, yep, that goes ahead and turns off. And display lock, oh, it didn't turn off here, but I still can go ahead and control it. Oh, display lock is off now, okay. And now we also have auto mode settings, which is set to default. Auto mode will automatically control the fan speed according to air quality. Or quiet, the air purifier will keep noise levels low by never using the highest fan speed. Or efficient, select the size of the area you want to purify and the air purifier will use the highest fan speed to clean air in the area. Once the air is clean, it will change to a lower fan speed. Okay, so that's pretty cool. You can go ahead and customize it. In this case, I'll leave it for default. And there's also sleep mode settings. So default is sleep mode will only use the lowest fan speed to keep your room quiet, or I can customize it as well too for a quick clean, white noise, sleep, or daytime. And now smart scenes, and there's going to be 2 different scenes: purifier auto start, purifier auto stop. So for the auto start, this says your air purifier will turn on automatically when air purifier is bad. So this makes sense. If the air purifier is bad, make the air purifier air quality good, and then VSync will turn on the air purifier into auto mode, and I can go ahead and add that. And this is going to cycle through the whole day, so we can see from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. And I can turn that off as well too. And for purifier auto stop, if the air quality is good, VSync will turn off the air purifier. And I can also add that. And you can also manually add scenes. So right here is the if, and then here is the then. So the trigger can be a manual trigger on the air purifier itself, schedule, leave or arrive at a certain location. So that's cool. So it'll go on the map. And then the action can be to run a manual setting, to turn on or off, to set a reminder, to delay a start, and the effective period can be anytime you want it. So in this case, it's set to all day. So that's about it for all the settings here. Now pushing this up, we are going to have one more icon up top, and it gives us a little bit more information. So device name, so I previously named it air purifier, but of course can go ahead and adjust it to whatever I want. The icon can also be changed. I can check out the user manual. So if you ever lose the user manual, you can just go ahead and check it out on the app. There's also going to be voice commands. And again, this has to be connected to Alexa, which unfortunately I don't currently have. So I do have to get Alexa to be able to just use it, so I don't have to always use my phone for it. And here are going to be some of the commands it has. Alexa, turn on the air purifier. Alexa, turn off the air purifier. The fan speed can be adjusted. You could just say to increase it, decrease it, to change the mode, to turn on or off the display, and to ask any sort of questions like what's the fan speed at, what's the mode, is the display on or off, and so on and so forth. And also for Google Assist, same things. And then we have the device info. Oh, that's pretty cool. It also shows us the filter life. So right now it's currently at, of course, 100%, and there's going to be a direct link to buy a filter or join filter subscriptions. We can also change the units or give ourselves a pre-filter cleaning reminder. And it says VSync will regularly remind you to clean the outside of the pre-filter to improve your air purifier's efficiency and extend the life of your filter. For more information, please check the user manual. And the pre-filter cleaning reminder frequency will be every 4 weeks or we can adjust it to sooner from 3 or 2 weeks. Air quality notification, Wi-Fi settings, share device, and help and feedback. Now, as far as maintenance goes, the pre-filter screen will have to be cleaned out, and we can do this by turning this off, and then again, just pulling it upwards, pushing these tabs in, and this can be cleaned with some water. This can also be vacuumed out, and once it's cleaned, once it's wet, this has to be air dried before being put back in place. And now the filter itself does have a lifespan of about 12 months, depending on how much it's used. This can't be cleaned, this just has to be replaced. And once it is replaced, we can go back to the app and press done replacing filter. So overall, the Levoit Vital 200S seems like a solid air purifier, especially if you're out of the house a lot, because if you want to go ahead and control it with your phone, with the app, it's just a lot easier to go ahead and do so rather than always manually pressing it over here. Now, as far as build quality goes, it feels pretty solid, but one thing to note is at the bottom over here, this can be kind of bent inwards, so I can push it in. So if you do kick it, maybe there'll be a flex on it,